morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lika Kenobi. And before we get started, we'd like you guys please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. We have another take on what has been going on at CinemaCon, and they showed this right now. Avatar Fire and Ash footage wows CinemaCon, but still no one can name a single Navi. The $1 billion Ghost franchise. So this has been a one hell of a disappearing act for so long. So we had the first movie, Avatar. I enjoyed it. It was a pretty good movie. It had a good story and good visual effects and all. Part two came out, and I enjoyed that very much. I enjoyed it very much. I forgot the title of Avatar. I really forgot the title. And now we have the third one, Fire and Ash. So they said in CinemaCon that I've read, they've shown some footages and artwork of the movie. So it has some promises, but still, they have not promoted the movie. They have not shown anything. So let's just see what this article has in store for us. So let's hope. James Cameron returned to the spotlight this week, a bite video from New Zealand with the unveiling of this first footage from Avatar Fire and Ash at CinemaCon. Billed as a major December release, the third film in the franchise is already drawing praise from exhibitors impressed by the visuals and scale. Zoe Saldana appeared in person to introduce the clip, hyping up two new Na'vi clans and a more emotional journey for Jake and Neytiri. Yes, those are their names because you probably forgot. But as flashy as this presentation was, it leaves behind a question that has haunted the Avatar franchise for over a decade. How can a series make billions of dollars and yet vanish from the cultural conversation the moment it leaves theaters? Yeah, it's true because as we get like this, when this movie Avatar came out and the second one, we were close, we were discussing it and everything, and then all of a sudden, after the box office, no mention of it. There's no mention of it. Nothing what is going on. But like I said, it's just that not a lot of people did not get fond of it. Like the game came out for Ubisoft, and I tried to play it a bit, and it was nice and all, but I just couldn't. I just got done with it. I just didn't feel like playing the game anymore because it didn't really brought it to my attention. It didn't bring it enough for me to stay and play with it. So, Fire Ash and Familiar Beasts. The footage shown to exhibitors opens with Neytiri and telling Jake the strength of the ancestors is here. This is followed by scenes of intense conflict with the Ash people, introduced as a more aggressive Na'vi clan, and fire used as a thematic and visual motif. Jake pleads with Neytiri to let go of her hatred, and another character laments, "We cannot defeat this enemy that comes from the stars. Oh God, more humans are the bad guy stuff." It's meant to suggest rising stakes, deeper emotion, and more expensive world building. Cameron, in a pre-recorded message, emphasized that this entire entry would take audiences into new territory, both visually and narratively, but how much of this actually feels now new? We've seen this dance before. Each Avatar film promises a sweeping emotional experience with dazzling effects and high concept storytelling. And to be fair, Cameron delivers technically, but it's become harder to ignore that this franchise, for all its financial success, continues to struggle with something far more elusive: relevance. A franchise built on diminishing returns. Let's talk numbers. Avatar made 2.9 billion globally. This is still the highest grossing film of all time, thanks to multiple releases because James Cameron is a sore loser. The Way of the Water, that's the second one. Pull in 2.3 billion worldwide. Yes, that's an enormous figure, but in any measure, but it's also nearly 600 million less than the original. For a franchise built to carry 5 entries, That's not the trajectory you want to see. Domestically, the drop is also sharp. The first film earned 785 million in the US, a staggering number at the time. The sequel dipped to 684 million. That's still strong, but again, it's lower. Franchises aren't supposed to stall out on the film, too. They're supposed to build momentum. Then think The Dark Knight, The Avengers, or Star Wars at its peak, not Disney Star Wars. Each entry raised the stakes, brought in more fans, and expected the cultural conversation. Avatar, for all of its global success, simply doesn't do that. The Mystery Avatar Disappearing Act. Here's what makes Avatar such an anomaly. It makes money like a global juggernaut, but leaves behind the cultural impact of a seasonal streaming special. There are no huge fan movements, no meme culture, no viral trends. Sorry, my apologies. You don't see cosplay flooding conventions. You don't hear kids quoting characters. There's no line of books, shows, or spin offs sustaining interest between films. The franchise essentially vanishes until the next 3 hour epic drops into theaters. Compare that to Harry Potter, Marvel, or Star Wars, again at their peak. Those franchises aren't just movies, they were cultural events. They dominated Halloween costumes, lunchboxes, internet forums, and schoolyard debates. Avatar dominates the box office and little else. This is not to say there are no fans, but for a series that has made over 5.2 billion across the two films, the absence of a vibrant, vocal, visible fandom is striking. It raises the question: it's this success, real engagement, or is it visual spectacle driving ticket sales? The runtime problem, another concern. The length. Cameron confirmed before CinemaCon that Avatar Fire and Ash will be longer than The Way of Water, which already clocked in at 3 hours and 12 minutes. That's not just excessive, it's potentially self defeating. Longer films mean fewer showtimes per day, especially during the crowded holiday season. Unless the content is truly irresistible, that could eat into the film's profitability. It also speaks to Cameron's creative direction rather than tightening the story of sharpening character arcs. The choice to add runtime suggests indulgence, as if the visuals alone are enough to justify keeping audiences in their seats for nearly 4 hours. Final thoughts? What is Avatar really? Cameron recently told the Hollywood Reporter that Fire and Ash may be the most emotional film in the series. Maybe it is, but the question remains: will anyone still be talking about it 2 months after it leaves theaters? Is anyone even emotionally attached to these movies? If history isn't any guide, the answer is no. Until Avatar proves it can resonate beyond the theater screen, it will continue to be cinema's most profitable mystery, a beautiful ghost that haunts the box office and then vanishes without a trace. Yeah, man, because after that, in a couple months after the movie comes out, people are not going to mention it. People are not going to talk about it anymore. So, I mean, probably what they need to do is they need to start trying to throw more stuff, more info, what is going on. Like, we throw a trailer out there right now. They showed some, I mean, they need to get a trailer out there. They need to, like, do something, man. They got to start so that people could be familiar with this movie. Yeah, because like I said, dude, I mean, I like the movie. The movie was good. It's just that with everything that is happening right now, they need to start paying. They need to start getting fans back into people back into watching it and people talking about it. They need to do that. So that's gonna be it for this article. You guys let me know in the comments what do you guys think. So please share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel. And I will be seeing you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.